good. What's going on, YouTube? This is the 10 Thumb Review Network. I'm the Infinity Man himself, and we just like to review games with our thumbs, because that's what we use all day, and this is what makes us good, and everybody else suck. So, what are we talking about today? We are talking about No More Room in Hell 2. Now, you're probably thinking, this game came out some months ago, 6 months, 7 months ago or so. It was in October. I'm not talking about that version. It wasn't worth talking about. It sucked. It was shit. I hated it. I got hated on for hating it. Early access or not, if you ask for our money, you deserve to be reviewed, picked apart, and sent to the fucking gallows if that's where you need to go. But anyway, we're gonna talk about the post reanimation update that came out this month. Anyway, how did the game do? Let's find out. But first, we're gonna read the description of the game. No More Room in Hell 2 is a terrifying 8-player co-op action horror experience. Find your friends in the dark and survive in a dynamic, endlessly replayable zombie apocalypse. Pretty vague, but do they achieve what it is that they set out to do? Let's find out. First, with the graphics. Now look, I'm not a sucker for graphics. I love good graphics, but I believe that downgraded or artsy-fartsy graphics can be overcome with some good gameplay. So, graphics here. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. 2 thumbs up. Look here. When you have a game that's this beautiful, yet ugly at the same damn time, you know you're stepping into something beautiful. So, what do we see? We see an ugly, left alone, dirty, trash, apocalyptic world, right? It seems it's always dark, moody, and atmospheric, but man, does it just look good. There's plenty of detail, both indoors and outdoors. Outdoors has cars everywhere. They all crashed up, bunched up, doors open, doors shut, luggage in there, empty cars, construction equipment everywhere, as if people had to stop working just to go and get away from the zombies. There's boarded up homes, and then there's the ones that you can go inside of. Inside of these homes is beautiful in an apocalyptic way. Everything was left as is. TVs are still on, lights are still on, some beds are made, some beds are not made. You'll see a dead body from here and there that looks like, I wonder how the fuck they ended up there. But it doesn't matter because we gotta keep it moving. Anyway, you'll see things from, sure you can't interact with any of it, but the graphics goes by what you see. And what I saw here was just beautiful. The lighting from flames, light bulbs, the cars, beautiful. You open up a car and then the light comes on, and it's like, wow, they didn't have to do that, but they did, which is nice. So, 2 thumbs up on the graphics. You're gonna like what you see. The zombies, they're not super decayed. They look like this is a fresh airborne disease, because the zombies that you run into, they're not particularly gory and gruesome until you start having to whack at them. But they look like they could have died in their sleep, or they could have died in the bottom of a fucking swimming pool because they're blue or they're gray. But they look good. They're varied enough. They fit where they are. Graphics, 2 thumbs up. No complaints. So, how did they do in the sound department? At first, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was happy with what I heard. I was not happy with how it all played out, the finishing touches. It seems that the audio here, although it sounds good and very different from the zombies that you'll hear some ugly sound. I don't know. Can I put that on the smile one? Anyway, look, the sound sounds good, sure, but it doesn't sound like it was mixed right. What do I mean by that? So, you'll be running, you won't see a zombie in sight, but you'll hear, and it sounds like it is right here. So what do? You turn around, not only do you barely see a zombie, the zombie is so far away, you gotta ask yourself, why does it sound so close? But then there's other times where the zombie will literally be on your ass, hands on your shoulders, giving you a nice, smooth, hungry shoulder massage, right? You turn around, you didn't even see it, you didn't hear it, all right? It literally ninja'd your ass, just right on your back. And you only find out because you either take damage or you get pulled into the grapple animation.
What's A holographic optic? Shit! I just got fucking snuck up on.
It sounds good, but it just has places where it does not sound like it was mixed right. You know what I'm saying? The music, the menu music sounds, if it's not the same, it's very similar to No More Home in Hell. Now, when you get into the game, though, you think, yeah, you're not going to hear much music, right? And there isn't much to hear. If there is some ambient music, it's so shallow and low tone that I couldn't hear it. But I will say, you go up to these cars and you hear this music playing on the radio, I kind of like that little song, little pop song. Don't have enough time to sing around and listen to it, but it sounds good and it fits the world. You have deployable radios that you can set on the ground to distract zombies, make them, you want to go there, so you put it here. That means you run into a safe room and there'll be a party going on because they're just jamming out to the radio that's sitting on the. It's good music. It's not throwaway music. Like, I listen to this shit. You know what I'm saying? So the music sounds good. The audio sounds good. Also, the characters. Now, when I played, and I'm still playing, but when I first was playing, and this is post reanimation, the audio, you would hear these characters and they all sounded like Meryl from The Walking Dead. And then they would turn the octave up for females or down for males. This is what I mean. You'll hear, I'm reloading my shotgun. I'm about to bandage myself up. Look out there, y'all. But then the females will sound like, look out there, y'all. I'm bandaging up. I'm loading the shotgun. Cover me while I reload. And I'm like, why do the women and the men sound like this? Or we get the occasional black voice, which sounds like my voice, monotone, like this.
Grabbing handgun. Whose voice is? Oh my god.
Damn, there was a whole ass rifle there.
Did you hear?
That is literally the voice of the black guy. But then they'll put it on. I don't want to be that guy, but they'll put it on a white body, and you like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. And it takes you out of it. But it's not terrible. It's something to laugh at. Give me something to laugh at. Anyway, sound, I'll give it a 1 thumb. Simply because, yes, it sounds good, but it doesn't sound like it was even placed well. The audio or the vocal, the cast, the character voices. I didn't really necessarily like those. You'll get some good ones, some that fit. But for the most part, more times than not, I got ones that didn't fit. So sound, 1 thumb up. Now we get on to the world. Is there a story here? Who cares? But does the world tell a story? It looks good, atmospheric. A forest, trees falling down. You've never seen that in the game. I've never seen that in the game before. Trees just falling because you're walking by. There will be water in places where water shouldn't be, but it's the apocalypse, so who knows? Construction stuff out in the world, I'm not gonna lie, that pulled me out of it because it seemed it was trash day, because there's so much trash. Everybody was working construction everywhere at the same time, because there's just so much construction equipment out in the world. Then the military rolled up, made everybody leave, and then they left themselves, because there's so much military equipment. So it's just, it seems like the world is extremely cluttered with everything at once, which I understand the chaos behind it, but it just seems extremely cluttered where I am. Things seem like it was placed everywhere instead of, in a very thoughtful way. So that's what I think of the world. Although it looks good, it seems a little too cluttered for my taste. The world gets a 1 thumb. Now, what we all came here for, the gameplay. What are we doing here? So, if you like Left 4 Dead, this ain't it. You are not running and gunning. You're gonna die. This is like hardcore, super duper, freaky deaky hardcore. Now, there is a meta where if you chop off the zombie's legs, they won't die, which prevents spawning. That's great. But I don't know. Me personally, I don't want to play a game to the meta to make it easier. I feel like it should be handled accordingly across the board. All levels of difficulty and everything. But I will say that the game is fun, right? You start off mostly separated, and your goal is to just get to the, you've got to do your objectives. But it's not like, here's your objective, go there. You generally know where to go for your objective, but not every objective is always active all the time. So you spawn, you've got nothing but a pipe and a revolver, unless you create a loadout, and we'll get to that. You're killing zombies along the way to get to your objective. Now, the objectives can be as easy or as difficult as you choose to make it. You can go and try to be stealthy, but the zombies know where you are at all times. You can use traps and lures to get the zombies away, but 9 times out of 10, you're gonna get fucked. It's a hard game, yes, but you're just completing multiple objectives to get to another set of objectives to get to one main objective, which is consisting of more multiple objectives. So, I mean, killing the zombies is pretty satisfying. The way that they die, the gore, the graphics, it all looks good. The weapons that are in the game, they're appropriate, nothing crazy out of the world. You've got your assault rifles, your hunting rifles, your shotguns, your handguns. You've got kitchen knife, butcher knife, a giant wrench. I've never seen it in real life before. Why is the wrench so goddamn big? Anyway, you've got an assortment of melee and firearms. You've got pipe bombs, frag grenades. You have enough of an arsenal to take care of yourself and your friends. Teamwork is very, very needed to get this game completed. It's a hard game to do by yourself. Extremely hard. I personally would not make it a single step by myself. So teamwork is key. But in the end, you get to the extraction point. So you start here, do all the objectives, get to the extraction point. It's fun. I feel it's too difficult, but maybe that's the whole point of it. Either way, I'll give the gameplay 1 thumb. Simply because the spawning that's in place now, zombies spawn infinitely, and they'll spawn in cleared rooms. They'll spawn behind you. They'll spawn in front of you. It don't fucking matter. They're gonna be there, and they're gonna fuck you up, even on the easiest difficulty. So gameplay, 1 thumb. All right, it is what it is. Now the story. It's a zombie apocalypse. You have to get to the extraction point. There is no story here. You can pay attention to what they say on the radio, but there is no story here. Much like in the vein of Left 4 Dead, where sure you may be able to find bits and pieces of what's going on in the world, but you're not gonna get a whole lot of. There's not this narrative. There's not these cutscenes. There's not these characters that you want to grow and love because they're gonna die, and it's permadeath. There is no story. So, I'll give the story a 1 though. They do nope. There is no story, and that's fine. So I'll give them a 1 for including some lore, but I won't give them a 2 because the story is great. But they could have gone the route of no story at all, but they included a little, and since they included a little, I'll give them an 8 for effort. So, what do we got? We've got 2 for graphics, we've got 1 for sound, we've got 1 for the world, we've got 1 for gameplay, we've got 1 for the story. That leaves us with 6 thumbs out of 10. Graphics were good. Sound, graphics were amazing. Graphics were good. The world, it's there. It's something you're there. It's something to look at. It's not terrible. The gameplay, it's fun. It's fun and it's good. But because of the terrible spawning, I didn't like that. And then the story, there is no story, but there's bits and pieces around that you can sort of create your own. There's enough for you. There's enough. You know enough. It's not overly complicated. So that's why they get a 1 thumb. Now I do feel that it's worth the $30 asking price because it's a far cry from what it used to be. So 6 months they've done a lot of work. They've gotten the game to not just a playable state, but a fun state to where I can honestly say I would go back and play this over No More Room in Hell 1. The biggest thing that this game is missing from No More Room in Hell 1 is simple. Content. Add more content, I'll play the game a lot more. But with the 3 maps that are there, there's variation to the 3 maps as far as the objectives go. Which, yeah, endlessly replayable. You could say that. So I could say that they do achieve the objective in which they went for. This is Torn Banner when I say they achieved the objective. I fuck with it. I like it. It's got zombies in it. It's got gore in it. And maybe one day it'll be in VR and we'll have me. But that's it. 6 thumbs. I recommend it for $30. Go for it. And other than that, I'm the Infinity Man himself. This is the 10 Thumb Review Network. And thank you for checking out this review. Hey, look. Have a good day. Don't let nobody piss you off. If anybody pisses you off, just know I fuck with you. I fuck with you. Alright? Stay easy.